Welcome back to D&D. So, last time you had got through your Halloween special, having survived a rather interesting experience at a tavern in the woods. But having gone through that, it is now the next morning. You find yourselves in the abandoned building, and you are about 3 days' travel from Kirog itself.
Well,
So, what would everybody like to do? And
uh,
also, I forgot to do one thing thinking about it.
quick fingers and
Bring
toes
us
check.
abandoned buildings feeling real funny.
I mean, if you'd like, you can take a look around.
Yeah, seems
Okay.
like a thing to do.
Go ahead and one of you roll an investigation check.
Exist?
Just a moment. Moderately discombobulated.
I imagine most of you would be. You wouldn't have gotten the benefit of the long rest, although you definitely did before then. Yeah, Graham. I mean, looking around, you're investigating, you don't find anything strictly out of the ordinary, although you do find, looking around, carved on the underside of the bar itself, under some of the tables and chairs, a symbol. Can you go ahead and make a religion check, please?
Eh.
This is definitely the symbol of Kulti, god of chaos, and let me pull up my actual notes so I can give you the full breakdown. Uh, Chaos, treachery, and famine,
Well, that tracks.
as well as a still sealed bottle of red wine.
Hmm. Graham will take it just to hold on to and give it a proper inspection later before any imbibing happens,
Is
because
Graham
it's
gonna
probably demon wine made of evil.
Graham's gonna give some to Kaido and see what happens.
Today we're going to test the effects of drugs on me.
It's
uh,
honorable.
well, Graham doesn't care about honor; it's not his sword. All right, but yeah, so that's what you're able to find, strewn about the place. As well as a actual loose symbol, like the symbol of Kulti on a little chain necklace.
I'll take that as well, wrap it in a piece of cloth or something. Um, do I get a magical read off of them while we're investigating?
Nothing magical, no.
Okay.
With that, yeah, I'd say with the investigation and religion working together, you wouldn't need to make like an Arcana check, but yeah, they're nothing, magical like that could be done by a wizard. Well, I mean, it could be done by a wizard, but it wasn't in this regard.
Okay. I assume no divine magic that I can twig onto either.
It does appear to have like the same level of divine magic as your symbols to Eidos.
It's made of spooky energy.
Yep.
Does the wine also have any divinity in it?
No divinity you can tell.
Okay.
Actually, make a history check on the wine.
I will. Nice.
Oh yeah, I mean the
Can I roll
labels.
like that for a while, please?
So you looking at the label itself. The label is faded, but it does appear to be from a local vineyard out of Elsie, and you put it to from the label itself. How faded it is, all that. It's probably about 70 years old, but completely sealed, having never been opened. Still, the cork stuffed in with wax around the edge. So
This is either vinegar or it might be worth something to someone. Graham will keep it aside.
all right. Well, you can actually determine, especially from that history check, that vineyard it's from is no longer in existence, having burned down a couple decades ago.
Interesting. Do I know where it was or just that it existed?
It was in Elsie, so close-ish to Kirog, but probably a good few days Probably you would figure 4, maybe 5 days of travel.
Okay, probably not worth investigating now, but if we're ever in the area, I will put in my inventory. How do I spell Mr. Chaos Famine Jerk God's name?
Culty is. Let me pull up minutes. As Lena might say, Culty with a K.
Oh.
King of the Chaos Jerks.
All right, we got that, and we've got 70-year-old one. All right, cool.
All right.
Well, I'm about tapped out. Y'all want to bed up here proper or go anywhere else?
Last time I slept here, a demon kidnapped me, Grab.
Yeah, these things happen. So,
Well, is it the morning now, or?
Yeah. Yep. Sun's, shining through the windows.
I don't trust that sun.
Oh. Well, do you guys think we should just start heading towards Kirog, or
Yeah, we might as well.
anybody need a rest or anything?
We do, but
Do we?
yeah,
multiple
we didn't
long
get
rests
a
later,
restful
I
night's
thought.
sleep dealing with the spooky.
You wouldn't have slept, yes. You would have at least have all your spell slots and resources that would be regenerated by a long rest.
Oh, okay.
But also, you notice Kaido has in the corner having found a also unopened bottle of wine, which he has proceeded to open and consume.
Damn it, Kato.
I'm gonna shake my head and said that's not very honorable.
He tightly grips the sword, kind of hugging it.
All right. Well, come on.
We should leave him here.
No, we shouldn't. Do you really want to leave Kaido on?
No, I don't. I'm kidding. Trust me. The last thing I want to do is leave him unsupervised. He would get lost in a circular room looking for a corner.
Okay, well, if the cats are ready to be herded, I guess we can scoot.
All right. So you're about 3 days from Kirog itself. First night.
Does Graham need to prepare food for us magically?
You could if you would like.
All right. If we need food, then I will re-expend a 3rd level spell slot and Abraca food.
Okay.
Magicazam.
The first day goes without incident. As you bed down for the night, you travel until it gets dark. Bed down, and the night progresses without incident. You get the benefit of a long rest. You awaken. Snow is beginning to cover the ground again. You're noticing definitely there's a lot of snow and it's not melting like it was a few weeks ago, as it is maintaining a below freezing temperature.
Makes fits. Okay.
But you're only walking through probably a good 3 inches of snow. It's not the worst.
Not great, not terrible.
Not great, not terrible. Except for perhaps Fiffle and Fern.
We do have cold weather gear from going that far up north, fortunately. Does the river look like it's freezing?
The river is flowing quickly enough. You do see that along the edges of the river, it is freezing a little bit. But you suspect the river itself probably will freeze entirely, probably with some rotten ice along the top that couldn't really support weight in the next few days.
Okay.
The morning, nice, bright, and cold. The area itself does seem somewhat sparse. You are occasionally seeing small villages and towns uh, along the river itself, farms that are covered in snow. Um, Most of the people here are kind of shuttering down for the winter itself, though.
Okay. I guess keep on keeping on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Third day, or no, second day passes without incident. You get to nighttime, bed down,
Moving right along.
and as you are bedding down, you do hear somebody shout out to you. Good evening.
Uh,
Hello.
howdy.
You see a young man, probably 18, maybe 19, kind of thin, baggy, worn clothing comes out, travel pack and a little staff he's hiking with. Bit cold out there. Mind if I get warm next to your fire?
Hmm.
Yes.
Graham will look this person up and down. Can I roll insight?
Go ahead.
I also wish to roll insight.
Okay.
There it goes.
Can I roll an independent insight? Because I was thinking the same thing.
Sure. Go ahead, Graham. This young man is a young man. Otto, this guy, he looks like he's been traveling a few days, but he doesn't appear like he's doesn't appear suspicious. From what you can tell, he doesn't look like he's planning to cut your throat at night.
Okay.
Graham will shuffle over and make room by the fire for the kid.
He sits down. Whew, cold night out there, huh?
Mm. Name's Graham. How you doing?
Not too bad. Name's Ben.
Shapiro?
Ben, are you now, or have you ever consorted with demons?
No? Should I have been?
Pivotal kind of narrows his eyes and doesn't reply.
Yeah, there's just some strange stuff on this here continent.
Well, that's for sure. I mean, I'm making my way over to Solsanis for some work.
Oh, yeah?
Much, ain't much work down in the farm when it gets cold, ain't it?
What kind of work you looking for?
I hear they're recruiting soldiers.
A little worried about that myself.
Well, work's good. They get you food, they get you a cot, get you through the winter season.
Suppose they don't normally muster during winter unless there's a campaign to be had in the spring, don't they?
I don't know much about that, but all I know is the call's gone out.
Between me and you, I'd look for other work if you can. I got a bad feeling about all the marshaling going on.
Yeah, I'm just excited. Been hearing tales of the Lightning Knight riding around. They say he's been attacking the Duke's forces there. I say good.
Well, I don't know him. We know him, Graham?
We know of him.
Okay.
He was, I think, a rebel, the Thunder Knight.
Yep. You would remember him as having different names, known as the Thunder Knight, the Lightning Knight. He'd also be, dead by a few hundred years, but
Probably one of those inherited title kind of deals.
I just remember Grandma told me all them stories about the Lightning Knight being a rebel riding around, killing members of the Arwellan Empire's forces. Exciting stuff. So,
Just make sure that soldiering's what you want if that's what you're going to go in for, because like I said, I'm getting a bad feeling that this might be leading up to something a little more real than the usual. Local
guess
noble grandstanding.
Guess we'll see. Me, I'm looking for some action. I'm gonna bed down for the night if you guys are gonna do the same.
Yeah. Pull some watches. You can go ahead and rest.
All right.
Yes, not let the stranger watch on his own.
Yeah. We don't do that here.
The night passes without incident. In the morning, the stranger Ben thanks you for your company and companionship, and then heads out at first light.
Graham waves as he goes, and we can resume the
Check
journey.
your stuff. Make sure you have all your stuff.
Make an investigation roll. It's low DC. You know what you have on you, especially Fiffle, I imagine. Yeah.
Well,
Graham, looking around, nothing's missing. Everything is exactly where you last left it. Fiffle, it's a low DC. Everything is where you last left it.
All
Are
right.
we all doing this?
You know,
It depends on your paranoia level.
I imagine it. Yeah, depends on how paranoid.
This is a D&D group. Everybody's paranoid beyond belief.
I never really got Fern being super paranoid about stuff, but it is
it's
kind
early
of funny.
days
Just
yet. We'll have a chance.
Fern's like, everybody's checking their stuff. Let me do it too.
fair enough.
Only one in the crowd not. You're like,
Fern's secretly like super possessive about everything she owns.
You better not have
I'll
sold
know, and I'll be watching.
that broken fire stick. That's super valuable.
Don't touch it. It's
Well,
mine.
Yeah. We could. I guess we could take it over to the gun place or whatever the.
Yeah, I think that was our plan.
The Dragonfire Foundry. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, it is the morning of the third day. The towns are becoming, more apparent. Where before they were just dotted here or there. As you approach Kurog itself and the vast farmlands that supports the town and the city, you definitely see like the stretches of fields that are covered in snow. Better, like more apparent signs of civilization. And the trails themselves and roads are also becoming wider, more apparent. The snow that had been covering the trails has been trampled down, melted, and cleared off just by foot traffic.
Back to civilization and all the horrors that it brings.
Including plumbing.
Civilization and opportunities for profit.
And nobles drumming up wars. But what else is new? Let's head into the town and kind of keep our eyes open, take the temperature of what people seem to be feeling or doing.
Okay. So you're still about half a day's travel from Kurog proper. Are you looking in, checking with people in the towns surrounding Kurog?
Just kind of keeping an eye on them as we go through, see if they seem spooked or aggy or what have you.
Make an insight check.
I'll make an insight check. I rolled a 1. Can I re-roll that? Get halfling power.
I can imagine the halfling burp.
Oh yes, yes. Go for it.
A little better.
It's difficult to tell. Most of these buildings have been shuttered. See, like smoke coming out of the fireplaces. You don't really see too many people out and about. Beyond like the occasional, looks to be just like a small militia member, just keeping an eye out. You'd recognize them having the kind of red sash wrapped around their arms. But that's the extent of their uniform.
Okay.
See like a few fishermen along the small lakes and ponds, because they're tight, and nobody looks, spooked as you're approaching.
Something. Okay. Well, good signs so far, but it's early days.
About 3-4 hours go by, getting close to lunch, and you see the massive walls of Kirog on about like another mile, two away. The tall, peaked buildings. It definitely has a very close, cluttered, compact feel, especially compared to Vaxwell. But you've seen it before. You've been here.
Okay. Well,
After about 30 more minutes, you arrive at one of the northern gate. Gate itself is open. Um, see people coming in, either walking in or taking horses or carriages or carts in and out of the city itself. There are some guards at the actual gate along the top, but doesn't look like it's ready to be sieged. Doesn't look like anything's out of the ordinary from the last time you visited.
okay. Um,
But you're in Kirog itself.
hooray.
Yeah.
The Yeah, and as you approach, definitely the city is very fortified, walled, like the thick walls, the tall peaked buildings. The streets wind and twist around. You would probably have a tough time if you were an invader, actually in attacking the city itself.
All right. Um, I guess we look for an inn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems to be about the thing to do.
All right. Well, you see plenty of taverns around the entrance of the gate, especially for people coming and going to the city. You find one called a fine drink, and it shows a picture on the sign of a somewhat portly man kind of knocking back a sign, just dumping the contents directly into his mouth.
Okay. I guess that's our stop.
The
Good to me.
tavern itself has a decent amount of people. As you enter in, it's warm. Smell of cooked meats and freshly baked bread. Good crowd getting out of the cold. Mix of mostly humans, but you see some dwarves, orcs, half orcs, couple elves or half elves, as well as occasional dotting of. You see like a satyr, you see another tabaxi, and even a what would they be? Oh yeah, even a goblin. The goblin has a big stein in his hand. He's like just gulp, 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 gulp.
He knows what he's about.
All right.
And we'll belly up and look to getting a room.
All right. Bartender, big, kind of much like the guy in the sign, rather portly fellow with a bald head, but friendly enough. Haha, visitors. Hey, you looking for a room? We got a couple. I got 2 left if you're willing to bunk up together.
Yeah, I reckon we could do that.
Yeah, it's just 5 silver a night.
Okay. Graham will produce a gold piece for the 2 rooms.
Oh, thank you, sir. He takes the gold piece. Now, do you want change, or is this for your expected stay?
I was gonna buy both rooms, but I thought it was like 5 silver per room.
Yeah. So, all right, both rooms for 1 night then.
Yep.
All right then. Well, don't really have keys. So just come back when you're. I'll mark them down as you're staying in them. Just come back and bed down for the night when you're ready.
All right. Thank you kindly.
He tucks the gold piece into his front pocket. All right. So, what would you all like to do now that you're in Kirog? You
We
left.
can make some shopping trips now that we've got room set up ahead of us. You all need anything?
I think Vern's taking the fire stick to whatever it is,
Oh, yeah. We
foundry.
were gonna do that.
We could probably stop by and tell the author about our stuff or a little dragon adventure.
Yeah.
Miscellaneous side quests ahoy.
And then I can't think of anything else really that we need here.
I believe Kirog was also the town where you had met that wizard who gave you the grenades and the spider.
Oh yes,
yeah.
that's true.
Oh,
that-
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we can go visit Mr. Kaido's BFF.
Rami's gonna be mad that he missed it.
It's probably for the best.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Rami will be like, I didn't get disintegrated by a wizard that I started shit with. How come?
Sounds fake.
Yeah, so let's just take care of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where would you like to go to first?
What time of the day is it again?
It's like 12. Your little magic orb would show that it's like noon.
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Head to the foundry first. Get
Yeah,
the
it's
fire stick
foundry.
thing out of the way.
They have. I'm sure they have normal operating business hours.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been to the foundry before, so you're able to find it. I mean, it's also not too difficult to find in the city itself, as it belches out just black, thick smoke clouds. So you're able to get there. The noise and the din of the actual production of the cannons, the pistols, the muskets, all in the area. Heading to the small front office, you see a clerk there. Yes. Hello. Welcome to Dragonfire Foundry. How can I be of assistance?
Afternoon.
Hi. Can I take out the broken fire stick and be like, we're not sure exactly how this thing works, but it's broken. And I don't know if you guys recognize this type of technology or could fix it or are interested in it if you don't know what it is.
Out of character, was that used against us? I can't remember. It's been so long.
I think that was the
It was-
drow
Yeah.
or the orc.
It
In the
was
underground.
the Duragar.
Duragar. There we go.
Is that
And it technically wasn't used against you, but it was used.
okay? Back in character.
Let me get a few people, if you don't mind waiting.
Sure.
Leaves the room. About 10 minutes go by, and then the clerk returns with a older dwarven gentleman with a leather kind of cloak on and gloves and a little tool belt, as well as a human man in kind of a fine robe. The dwarven man comes in. I'm the engineer. You have a piece of technology you wanted us to take a look at.
Yes. I'll show him the broken fire stick. It was broken,
Hmm.
but I don't know if you could get it to work or anything.
or the capabilities of it.
Yeah, or if the
Also, like right before they came, I would probably have like guidance Fern in case she needs to do some kind of check.
All right. Let me take a little quick peek here. Okay. The dwarven engineer takes a look at the bent fire stick you have. Mm-hmm. Ah, fascinating. Yes. Interesting technology. Some measure of dwarven make. Not familiar with it specifically, but it's certainly worth a bit. I could definitely attempt to reverse engineer this. Even broken, it still has some functionality to it.
That's
Yes.
nice.
He turns to the human man. Yes, I'd say it's worth something. Like, human looks at you. I'm one of the owners of the foundry here, or at least operating on their behalf. We're willing to offer you either a freshly produced pistol or the equivalent sum of gold for it in exchange for your fire stick there and any
I feel
notes
like
you have on it.
I feel like out of character, we need to know what those values are.
It would be 250 gold.
And what are the stats on the equivalent pistol?
Well, Fern has a pistol already.
Um,
Oh,
Does
so
anybody
it's the
else
same
want to
as
start glocking things?
Yeah, does anybody else need a pistol?
Thankfully, the person that might do that is comatose with alcohol right now in the corner.
Pistols are
Mhm.
extraordinarily loud. They're not really.
It's specifically 1d10 piercing damage, range of 30 to 90 feet, and it has the loading property, which can be ignored if you get the specific feat for it.
I mean, I'm not gonna shoot anything, but I'll leave that up to you guys or Fern.
I'm certainly not trained with a gun. And I couldn't like put a spell on a bullet. That would be cool, but
Well, technically, if you cast something like magic weapon on like a bow or a pistol, then the ammo becomes magic until it strikes a target.
yeah, but I couldn't like cast a specific spell on it, like a spell blade.
Infuse the bullet with fireball, and once it like hits,
Well, that
boom.
wouldn't quite work, but
It'd be more like a gunblader type of thing instead of a spell blade. It'd be kind of funny.
Did anyone want this the fire stick fixed to use, or were we just bringing it here to?
I mean, I think you would be the one that would benefit the most out of fixing it. But we also don't know what kind of potential this fire stick would have.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
know.
so could I ask him like, could we also like get this one fixed?
And this fire stick, get me free television.
What kind of potential this?
Could you fix
What
this
kind of-
for us after you like research it and
What kind of potential does this provide?
Yeah.
Once you guys reverse engineer it.
yeah, well, it can certainly take a look. We don't really know, as it would require a bit of investigation. You're saying you want what, like a free one of these? If we're able to reverse engineer it and make something out of it?
Well,
yeah, or this one fixed if you can,
I don't think that's too big an ask. Consider if it's not of your make, and you'd be learning stuff by reverse engineering it that you could go on to sell.
Yeah, we can test it for you once you've reverse engineered it. But I don't know if Fern wants to. I don't know if it's an upgrade even.
I don't know what it. Yeah, I don't know what it
It's
does.
Ian gave the stats of the pistol they would give you.
Well, the pistol is identical to the pistol you already have, Fern.
Yeah, so I don't need another pistol. So we would want the 250 gold, and then if they could give us a fixed
You can test
fire stick or whatever.
The prototype, the proto stick.
Let me just check something quickly, but I believe
you guys drop us a note, and we'd be
out of character though, Fern. If you got the second pistol, you could use your attack action to fire the first pistol, and then the second pistol to avoid the loading action.
Oh yeah,
the loading property.
Oh Jesus, she's gonna be a gunslinger. Oh, fucking
brace a pistol style.
A gunslinging rabbit.
No, I don't think I need
a short gunslinging rabbit. She's like,
I'm gonna get
gonna,
the feet eventually, so I can do that.
We gotta get her a holster. She can like draw, motherfucker. Boom. You shot him.
Your call.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think I need two pistols. I think I'm good with just the one.
It might be a while before you get loading, though.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next time you can actually get a feat is at
probably next level, but we
actually,
only just
yeah,
hit
you're
7.
right.
Yeah, 7 for a gorillion years, or we were 6 for a gorillion years.
Yeah, it was a few times. Yeah, so
we're also quite slow progressing through the story, which made it hilarious.
The human man We could consider giving you a prototype once we've reverse engineered, and we can't just fix it. I mean, we don't even know what it is.
Right.
Right.
But if you want to forego any payment, we'll take this off your hands. Now, I gotta warn you, no guarantees this will actually ever achieve anything. It may be something we can't replicate. It may be completely impractical to produce, or maybe too expensive, or might not even be as good as the stuff we're producing now. So,
Wait, I don't want to forego the payment. I'm just saying
How
that
about
we will test
how
it for
about
you.
we take the payment in terms of gold, and if you do get a working prototype, we return the payment and we do the prototype for you.
make a persuasion check.
I like what this kid's saying.
God damn it.
All right. If you're willing to, we can give you the 250, and if you're willing to return 250 in return for a prototype, we might be able to do that.
I don't think that's a bad
Fern.
idea.
I'll look at Fern.
That sounds good.
All right.
And the engineer speaks up. And the thing about prototypes are they're for testing, so don't come
No,
complaining to me if it blows up in your face.
If you've seen some of the things that have blown up in our face, this is low risk.
We're experts in things blowing up on us.
I mean, look at the guy in the corner we're dragging around.
Is he talking
Kaido.
to a sword? Yeah, don't worry. He does that sometimes. Well, I think we got an arrangement. Thank you kindly.
Yeah, thank you.
The dwarven engineer takes the bent fire stick and places it into a kind of cloth-filled box. Just gently puts it inside, puts the cloth on, shuts it. The human takes out a bag of gold and hands it to you, Fern.
Thank you.
Here you go, 250. Pleasure doing business with you, Miss
Fern.
Fern. Good, excellent.
What's
All
your
right.
name?
You can keep the money. It's this is your project.
Oh, okay.
I personally think so. I don't think we need to split it because if we did get a prototype, you're giving the money back.
I'm Peter.
Peter Glockentail.
And what's the foundry called?
This is the Dragonfire Foundry. Not
Right.
actually made with Dragonfire, although in the time of Arwell it actually was.
And get that Dino shoot some dragon fire. See how fast they go out. All right.
Oh, 250 gold. That'll be probably useful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nominally, we'll be making more money in the future. Question is,
Yeah.
can we hold on to it?
That's why Fern should keep going on to it because it's her side project now. But
Yeah.
all right, so we have author and wizards.
Author wizard.
The wizard author. Which one?
Let's go to the author.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like the wizard's gonna take the longest time.
You know, we could tell the author about our
Dragon Adventures.
demon escapades as well.
That's true. That is true.
Very true.
All right.
And
Well,
how
even-
Fern murdered a person.
You've
I
been
pulled
to
some weeds.
you certainly did have a rather twisting adventure when before you actually, or since you left and since you returned.
Hmm.
Cool.
All right.
Let's go see the wizard or the author. Then we go see the wizard.
To see the author, the wonderful author.
Okay. Well, you've been to Klein's manor house before, so approaching it, you see the attendant out front that you had met previously.
Wave.
Hello.
Oh, you've been gone a bit of time. How are you all doing?
Not
Yeah.
bad.
Enjoying the downtime. Trust me.
Good to be back in town.
Would you like to speak to the to my employer, Mr. Klein?
Yes, please.
Come with me then. Takes you inside. The author is there by the fireplace in his nice chair, drinking some afternoon tea. Ah, I was wondering if I'd see you all again. How was your adventure up north?
Oh,
Chilly, busy, crazy.
We have some stories for you.
Oh, I was hoping you would. I've been sketching out a few notes for a story, but it's been difficult. I just hate everything I write. It all ends up going into the.
Mood.
I end up just tossing it right in the fireplace.
I don't know.
But well, tell me about your stories. I'll have some tea and some afternoon cakes brought out for you.
Settle in, friend, and I'll spin you a tale.
Yeah, and I would like chip in. Can we do performance for this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you do it at advantage? Because I'll chip in.
The whole team, I guess, together.
Whoever's good with performance can do
I
it.
have it's a 5 for me.
I'll tap the tambourine.
I got nothing. So-
Graham's idea of a performance would be like, now, no bullshit. There I was.
Can I do it with advantage on?
Yeah, and for some reason, did Fiffle get a triangle, or did I think that up at some point? Oh wow.
Let's assume that Piff will find something that he can hit with something else that makes a noise.
Just drumming on
This-
somebody's armored
I'm
ship.
assuming this would also include our little demon adventure for Halloween.
yeah, like the zombies,
Oh, yeah,
the
we can tell them the
dragon,
whole-
everything. Like
Starting from literally being teleported out of Kirag, heading up north, fighting a bunch of werewolves, Fiffle being bitten by a werewolf, the zombies,
Embracing his werewolfness.
the
spider
spirit,
babies.
the spider babies, the spirit caller, the dragons. The client is definitely excited about the dragons.
The stalagmite that captured. Was it stalagmite? Or was it
Um,
stalactite?
Yeah, the stalactite.
Yeah,
They
the
captured Kaido. They caused him to Misty Step and then got him kidnapped again.
the slavers in the Underdark.
The fire. The thief. The, yeah, everything.
You're
Everything's
shooting
awesome.
pack a lot into like I believe it was only about a week's time. Thinking about it, no, it was probably like closer to 2 weeks actually. But
Yeah, I guess it would be about 2 weeks because we were
We were
like
racing the clock on
2 week window for
Piffle.
the werewolf thing.
Hmm.
excuse me. But and then all that, and then the adventure in the abandoned tavern.
And I forget, did this guy have the questionnaire for the dragons, or was that elsewhere?
No,
along
it's a
the line?
professor at the university.
Yes, yes.
I mean,
Although-
I'll probably show him the questionnaire though. Be like, look, this is what the dragons. They wrote it themselves.
He
Yeah, he can use that.
enthralled by the whole tale. He takes the questionnaire. Interesting. Let's see. He pulls out some reading glasses. Did you read this questionnaire after you
Oh,
got it from the dragons?
oh, did they sass us? They might have sassed us.
Not really. I didn't get a chance to read it yet.
He hands over the questionnaire. To a lot of the questions, it is just insults, sass, obvious lies that the dragons wrote.
I should have figured.
I can't say I'm surprised. Kind of funny though.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? And then we just lift up the scales that we have from them.
Well, I guess that's one way to get some revenge.
I mean, they
Mm.
decided they were going to kill us because they were working for their spirit caller feller.
Yeah, I didn't want to fight them, but it is what it is.
They did kind of insist.
They did.
We also have their heads, right?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Yeah, we do.
you
Because
did.
the ghost told us that we be head dumb or something.
Yep, you cut the heads off.
Oh yeah, we did. I
If the
remember.
Warriors want to buy any dragon parts, that's
We do know Professor Stone Snout wanted some, so
Yeah, he wanted the hides for something.
Or the scales or
for
something.
weird magic stuff, as is his nature.
I'll show him the skulls with the golden teeth that I got from the demon adventure.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Huh. Interesting.
Not really sure what they're for.
I think that's payment for assassinations in the demon.
They were, but I mean, I don't know what I could do with them here.
And I got a needle and thread and a hurdy-gurdy, and when we came to, I found these. He holds up the wine bottle and the enclothed holy symbol.
Oh, that's a good year. I have some of those in my basement.
I guess the brewery burnt down.
Oh yes, no, there was a terrible fire.
The vineyard, I should say.
Maybe a decade or two ago. I can't really remember. I was a young man back then, couldn't afford any of that stuff. But
You happen to know any vintners who might be interested in this here bottle?
yeah, anyone with some money, that bottle there's probably worth at least a good 40, 50 gold.
Not bad for wine.
There's a good. Well, it can't get. It wouldn't sell as much nowadays. If it weren't for the fact that the vineyard burned down. Now you can't get it anymore. So.
Collector's item. At least till it turns to vinegar.
Oh, that's for sure. Well, that was an exciting story. Actually, I'm interested in that dragon fight. I always felt I wasn't adding a lot of authenticity to those fights with the dragons. The fact that I actually know how quickly they fly now, I always thought they'd be kind of ponderous and slow.
Well, they're dicks, I can tell you that. No,
They're infuriating.
Well, they certainly sounded like they gave you a bit of a time and a half there.
a bit of a runaround, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you all survived. That's an exciting story. The whole thing. You wouldn't. My next book had some minor echoes of your adventure. You wouldn't be too put off by that, would you?
Certainly not, especially if you happen to make mention of the crossblades, and maybe if it does well enough, some residuals, but that's a whole different row to hoe.
Well, we'll certainly can keep that in mind. I'll at least add you into the dedication of the book.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
This certainly
Don't
won't
forget
come back to bite us in a creative way later. That never happens in D&D when you try to be greedy.
Well, thank you for that story. That was certainly the best tale I've heard in quite some time.
Happy to do it.
You know what? He just gets out, goes to a writing desk in the room, just kind of puts his ink in and just starts jotting down some notes. I'm going to be a little busy, but I would say, check back in with me in a month or so. Maybe I'll have some progress on this novel.
And maybe we'll probably have a lot more stories for you.
Yeah.
I imagine you did so much in just a couple weeks.
Oh yeah, we keep busy. Well, thank you kindly.
Thank you.
He kind of waves goodbye, but then quickly starts jotting down more and more. And soon enough, it doesn't take him long, but he actually has filled up an entire page by the time you've left.
Just as we're leaving, look over shoulder. Sexy goblin? Question mark.
Sword talking about honor.
Kaido,
What if he writes a whole chapter in Kaido's point of view?
Yeah,
That's
just
horrifying.
lobster plus Kaido equals question mark?
Alright, so those dragon notes are something.
Yeah, I don't think the professor will be very pleased with them, but they are pretty.
I don't know. It might
He
be useful to know that they
This is the kind of personality they have.
Yeah, that's true.
Looking over it, it just says favorite food, cooked rabbit.
Oh my god!
What an asshole.
I was so nice to them too.
Let's kill him. Oh.
Hang on, the professor will be just like this is like when we're walking toward the wizard place. It's just like he'll just be like, I hope you didn't kill him. I want to talk to them. It's like, here, you can talk to the head.
I wonder if Speak with Dead works on dragons or if it's only humanoids.
That's a good question. I don't actually remember.
It should list it. So let's just find out. To a corpse of your choice within range.
Yeah.
I guess the head is kind of a corpse. Part of it.
It would work. It'd be good enough for the purpose of Speak with Dead.
I can hear you brought me back to talk to my head. This is insufferable. I hate you.
I mean, on the bright side, it just knows things that it knew in life. It's not like an actual semblance of the spirit. It's like an answering machine.
Yeah.
So he can do his own questionnaire right there in person for however long it lasts.
Shit, you're right.
Let's see here. You can ask it 5 questions? Yes, 5 questions. Yep.
Bam! He's got a quick Q&A session right there.
I mean, you could also cast it multiple times.
Yeah.
Uh, well, once every 10 days.
Really?
True.
Or is it on that body?
The spell fails if the corpse was the target of this spell within the last 10 days.
So we have 2 heads.
That is true.
So yeah,
So he gets 10 questions.
I could also cast Gentle Repose on them to keep them fresh so they don't decompose too much. On the other hand, this is a lot of effort for us getting sassed by a questionnaire as an aside thing.
You know what? You just go payment ahead of time and you get 10 questions, 5 to each head. Otherwise, we'll just let it decompose.
Something to keep in mind. Look at that magic being
We'll be in
used
town
for
for-
sociopathic purposes, just the way Gygax intended.
We'll be in town for a couple days before we keep going south. All right, so I guess we're at the wizard place now, right?
All right. Heading to the Wizard's Manor by the river itself. You see the building as it was. You see like the gate around it, the open yard. You do see, now that you've seen it previously, the shimmer as you approach, and the building itself is that large, blocky building, the main body, the various wings, and you just notice that there are no windows along it. It doesn't appear to have changed since the last time you've seen it.
Was this the place that Kaido tried to break into before we accidentally gave him a job?
Yes.
Well, both Kaido,
This is where Team Crime was
Yeah.
isolated temporarily.
Doing team crime things.
Yes.
Graham's just looking at it and just kind of looking askance at them like, this is the shit you started?
Kaido's too busy talking to his sword to notice what you said to him.
Oh, I didn't say it. He's just giving him a bit of the side eye. Fellas, I gotta say, this is some of the most fucked up shit.
Kaido's hunched over, speaking to his sword.
Yes, yes.
My precious.
Honor.
Is he okay?
Yeah,
I guess. It's Kaido. It's kind of hard to gauge, if I'm honest.
It's like,
Are you all right? I don't know. I'm pretty fucked up in general, so it's hard to gauge.
Kaido does have these weird 6-month benders he goes on.
These
But-
things happen.
The entrance to the the entrance to the gate is open.
Let us approach.
Okay. You open the gate, travel through. As you approach the shimmer, really, just if you weren't aware it was already there, it would be very difficult to notice it. But you're now aware of it, so passing through kind of feels like a very light curtain as you push through it, but you go through the shimmer and then along the path to the actual door that has the 2 statues next to the door. One of the statues animates and opens the door for you.
Yeah, thank you.
As you enter in, the door shuts behind you. The human attendant to the wizard is standing in the front lobby. Ah, good, you've returned.
Howdy.
Sans the cat.
He's got his own thing going on.
He's on a pilgrimage of something.
That's not a euphemism.
No. For
him.
once, no. I know, I'm surprised too.
Oh, I was just thought the spiders might have killed him.
Oh no,
no.
But on that note, Graham will detail I guess we don't know for sure they were phase spiders, but we did see giant blue spiders that phased, right?
Well, let me bring you to my master, and then you can tell him.
Ah, right you are.
He brings you into one of the wings of the house, sets you down. The wizard is sitting at a table, just kind of fingers peeked like this. Notice the room actually has windows looking out into the yard and the surrounding area of the manor. Ah, come in, come in. So, how'd everything go?
Well, it was a healthy litter of blue teleporting spiders.
And you brought back the corpses for me to autopsy, correct?
Corpses?
Unfortunately, no. They went and did a runner in the middle of a fight. Was that during the dragon fight?
Yeah, it was during the dragon.
Yeah,
Not
we
the
had our hands
no,
full
it
with
was
a
in
pair
the
of dragons.
zombie
Yeah, no, it wasn't the
village.
zombie. It wasn't during the
Oh,
dragon.
not during
It
the
was
dragon.
It was
during
The
it
undead.
was during
the fight at the temple.
yeah.
That's interesting and possibly horrifying. Well, unfortunately, you forgo the second half of the payment for failing to bring back the corpses, but I already paid the cat the 100 gold, so I'm sure he's happy with that, correct?
Oh, he's gonna be so pissed when he sees that in the VOD. He's gonna be so pissed. Well, I'm just glad we didn't die. We can next time we go up that way, I'm sure there will be an occasion in our line of work. Maybe we can go looking for the some bitches.
Well, certainly be interesting if you can bring some back. I'd definitely like to take a little peek at them. As for the grenades, how did those turn out?
Uh, so what was it? Red was like a dud.
Okay.
What were the colors again? Green and
Green was
Green
ice,
blue.
I think, right?
green
Yeah,
was
the green
ice,
made an ice patch.
the huge ice like area. It was Graham here could tell you the effects of being in it.
Oh yes, interesting. You're caught in the actual blast radius.
Yeah, I think it wound up doing us a favor, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, it was like it caused movement difficulty and a lot of damage.
And how big of a radius would you say it was, or the diameter?
I want to say it was like a 30-foot
Yeah, I want
radius.
to say
Is
30.
Oh.
That sounds about right. I think I remember right. 30
It was a
feet.
pretty big patch, I'll say that.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
15
that's-
in each direction. But like,
Well, the dud's a dud.
and
Shows-
then what was the other one? It caused like smoke. I might have been away from keyboard when
Oh
that
yeah, I
happened.
think so. The blue one, because that happened when we were in the
Yeah, I made a smoke bomb. I want to say.
underground.
Huh.
Very
Interesting.
helpful, my deal. Because I remember you guys were saying it was super helpful.
Smoke. Interesting. That could be useful. Well, the red one's a dud. That's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping that was the one that worked out. It was a combination of some black powder I had infused with a bit of magic. The fact that it actually caused it to fail was disconcerting. Although, really, I should probably test it a few more times to see if it does it each and every time, but... As for the ice, that one's the most interesting, and unfortunately the hardest to replicate. I was hoping that one would be a dud. The smoke, though, might be useful. I'm going to continue experimenting with that. Well, anyway, did I already pay you for that?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Well, I'll give you 20 gold for grenade, so total is 60 gold. How's that sound?
Works for me.
Yeah.
Let me put that on the item sheet.
Some for your pain and suffering from the icing. I'm hoping no frostbite there.
No, we had bigger things to worry about, but they had more to worry about with the ice. So, all things considered, I'll call it a wash.
Interesting. Oh, I have some more experiments if you're willing to participate. I still have that one where I'm attempting to reanimate a corpse.
You got to be careful with that kind of thing as a professional, but
Well,
Got it.
technically, it's very simple. It's a very simple procedure. I simply will instantly kill you with magic, won't destroy or damage the body in any way, shape, or form, and then I use a spell to bring you back from the dead. With possibly side effects, but that one's,
Double not it.
No, thank you.
No, thanks.
What about the
wrong
one
with
talking to
that.
the sword? He seems like he's a bit touched in the head.
He has a vast spirit of voluntarism and is incredibly generous. He'll probably say yes.
Well, he did
But-
agree to drink the formula, but unfortunately that may cause some interference, so I'll pass on him.
yeah, we can think about that later. But I think I'll pass. My job's to tend to the garden on this side. I'll cross over in my own time.
Fair enough. Well, you wouldn't technically cross over. It'd be within a minute's time. You would simply awaken, from a sleep.
No. Any other possible experiments you might need tested?
No, not right now. Although, if you come this way again, I'm going to have some more formulas that I need people to drink and see what happens to them.
Well, we might do, especially if we go after those spiders.
Well, I've been refining the potion that your friend had drank earlier.
Oh, yeah.
It's needs a little bit more refinement, unfortunately. I was able to prevent the necrotic damage that had ravaged his body. And I was attempting to boost the physical capabilities. I've been feeding it to various small mammals like rats. It's caused them to expand into a large, bulky, muscular rat body and then explode. So I wouldn't recommend drinking it.
Yeah, nah. I think we're good
When you
on that
say
score.
large, bulky, muscular rat body, like how many times bigger than the original body size are we
2
talking?
to 3 times, and then 4 or 5, at which point they explode.
That's a big critter.
That's
Yes!
big.
Turns into the size of a cat. And one's the size of a dog, a small dog. But and then they explode, which I can't really stress enough.
It's
Yeah,
not
It's
that
quite
doesn't sound good.
disconcerting.
Yeah, it seems it.
Well, if you can stop them from exploding, maybe we can test a few later.
Oh, yes, yes.
Sounds like you could combine that with the researching on the dead. Not that I'm suggesting
Yeah.
that's
If they just die,
Well, I
you can
need
just.
the body in less.
Well, yeah. If you stop the exploding part, you have the body.
Well, I imagine if they don't explode, they don't die.
Something else.
Rest assured, though, I'm not going to provide you the potion to drink until I can rest assured that it won't cause the rats that I feed it to die.
Nah, I think only one of us might be taking that potion. Everybody just turns to Kaido.
I imagine. Well, anyway, I'm also cooking up some other stuff for my various experiments, but
Let us know if you need anything in the field while we're out there.
if you have any interesting plants you've come across, I could always take it off your hands.
Funny you mention. We had a little run-in with lycanthropy, and we wound up gathering all the stuff to make a potion to head that off. But wound up not needing it.
I was gonna roll the lycanthropy, and then the werewolf lady was all, "Oh, you don't get to be a werewolf. You're not cool enough." Yeah.
Wait, didn't we get some of those mushrooms from the cave that they shrieked? I thought we picked up a couple.
Open the bag and see if there's shrieking coming from inside there.
Is it
Hey, but
anybody's
isn't shrieking
inventory?
coming from your mouth?
Did anybody have it in their inventory?
I think Kaido might.
I don't know if I have access to it. Kaido is completely avoiding opening his bag and is busy talking to Val and also drinking wine.
Because I'm pretty sure we did, because we took one and it shrieked and they're like, uh-oh, that's not good. And then
That's when the thing.
we walked a little further and then it shrieked again and then that's when he was kidnapped.
Well, we can.
But I just don't remember.
Well, I don't know if I can find a use for a screaming mushroom, but perhaps I'll take it off your hand at least for some experimentation.
Yeah, let us know if there's anything useful out of it.
And a formula that can prevent people from turning into werewolves. You said now it only stop the progression for a few days?
Yeah, and we were suggested to take it as close to the transformation as possible to have it last the longest.
Imagine if you can make a formula that can prevent the transformation to a werewolf, but just keep all the benefits.
Possible.
Potion of furry.
Investigate something of that nature.
The benefits, that means no fur.
Well, I don't know.
Well, I guess that depends who you talk to.
I suppose in the wintertime that'd be useful.
Nah.
Although probably not so much if you got wet.
Mm.
But I wonder if I could create a potion that would give... I could either arrest it entirely or maybe at least make it cheap enough that people could afford it. Anybody bitten by a werewolf could then take Multiple doses to keep it from working. Yes, interesting. I'll take the whole lot from you for mushroom and, well, honestly, the mushroom I don't strictly care about, but let's call it 10 gold.
Okay. I guess Graham will add 10 gold to his sheet because I had the herbs.
When you launch the mushroom alarm clock and make 1,000,000 gold, we'll be angry about it.
I suppose. What caused it to start shrieking anyway?
Light, I believe.
See?
You could have it on your windowsill.
It screams at first light.
Relatable, honestly.
That may be a bit rougher for some people to wake up to, but perhaps if I could breed it to, I don't know, sing or hum or laugh. Something.
Screaming will be fine. Sell it to the taskmasters at the forge. They'll make the workers use it. Productivity will increase.
Everybody, all right, go ahead and change your alignment to evil on your sheet.
Where our production needs are not being met, you just start opening a bag and they start working harder. You just lift up the mushroom.
You need to meet your quota or the mushroom will scream. Dear God.
It's an interesting thought. I mean,
or you could breed the screaming mushrooms into, I don't know, maybe you could cross them with some sort of intelligent mushroom. And then, wait, I don't like where this is going. Don't listen to me.
I do like where this is going. What are you thinking?
Damn.
An intelligent screaming mushroom. It follows you around and shrieks at you constantly. Might be a market for it. Although, I don't really need gold, mind. I mostly just do this to try and help people.
Ah, an altruist.
Yes, and also maybe pay off some of my student loans from the...
Even wizards have student loans.
It took many a year to learn how to do all this. Many, many, many years.
Didn't spend 8 years in wizard college so you could call me Mr. Melkor.
You start with 4 years of pre-wizardry. And another 4 years of wizardry. And then you have to be a wizard intern.
Ah, the wintern.
Needless to say, it was lots and lots of education. Well, anyway, if you can think of anything else interesting that you would like me to take a look at or investigate, I'm certainly willing to purchase it from you.
I reckon we might. We had a run-in with some demons in a dream world and a rundown inn.
Interesting.
And I got this hurdy-gurdy. I got this needle and thread. Got a symbol of the god Kulti.
Ah, interesting. Well, those wouldn't be demons then. Those would be a measure of celestial.
Well, there was definitely a demon summoned by the hurdy-gurdy, at least in whatever phantasmal reality they made.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
I could take the look at the hurdy-gurdy.
If you would.
He investigates your hurdy-gurdy.
It hurdies and or gurdies.
Pokes around, casts a few spells, and looks it over. It's not magical in any way, but perhaps it reacted magically within the area or pocket dimension or subplane you were in. Or entirely it's simply a prop for whatever plane of existence you had found yourselves in, even temporarily.
That's plausible. We've had a couple of run-ins with the perpetrator of that there dream.
The thing is, it's interesting. It possibly could have been a demon, but it's also entirely possible it was some sort of chaos celestial that had simply taken the form and acted as a demon in some sort of play.
Chaos is definitely the name of its game, I can tell you that.
An interesting thing. Where is this tavern? I could send somebody to investigate.
Well, Graham will describe it. I believe it was north and west of Kirog. Not quite along the road, but...
Ah, interesting. I know just the group of adventurers heading up that way who will be willing to do a lot of interesting things for money.
The Crossed Blades.
Oh, no. You already went that way. I imagine you're heading south now. No, it's another small adventuring group. Just got started, hungry for some work,
Yeah.
and willing to engage in various experiments in exchange for money. Much
Mm.
like a group I know.
What are they called, and where do they hail from?
Well, they hail from Viderheim. They are the adventuring group. Not a really
Ah,
exciting name.
it's not.
No, they really need
They
to
sound
work
like
on
just the sort of people to use as patsies and stooges. I mean,
that's.
you can make friends with and collaborate
Oh,
with
don't
them.
worry. Using adventuring groups as patsies and stooges is my raison d'etre.
Right.
Well, I think I'm all tapped out.
Yeah, can't think of anything else.
I'm just looking
Interesting.
through my inventory for other bits and bobs.
Well, as
We
fun as
did
that
have
was.
the Goblin's Quarterstaff and the Spirit Caller's Dagger.
I could certainly
Uh,
take a
there-
look at
Oh
those if
yeah,
you'd like.
yeah, I do have those.
A small journal, a spell book, gems, necklace, rings, and a brass carved item.
Can I show him the skull with the golden teeth? The skulls that I have.
Takes a look at it. The huh.
Does it look like anything you've seen before?
No, this isn't any skull from any race I'm familiar with. Definitely a
Oh,
humanoid of some measure, but not any human, elf, dwarf, orc, anything of that nature. Interesting.
What was this thing that I got? It was a flat brass round item with like a carving. I can't remember what it was. I think it was from the Spirit Caller.
Yeah, oh yeah. I can take a look at that. Uh, he takes the flat brass item you have. This is some sort of interplanar device. I'm not familiar with it per se. Perhaps something to do with navigating the planes?
Hmm.
that does seem to track. They
Yeah.
sound like they have some sort of
Does it have
interplanar
a?
shenanigans afoot.
Does it
Not
still have use?
maybe to the gentleman you slayed, but this is esoteric compared to what I'm familiar with.
Hmm.
It doesn't match anything I would strictly use for any interplanar travels that I would partake in. Not that I
Hmm.
go myself. That it's certainly some higher level magic. I could if I desired, but I don't want to.
Yeah, it's understandable.
I guess that's basically everything I got. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Okay, and we also have the 2 gold rings with gems and the golden necklace, I think, to sell. At some
Yeah,
point.
I've got the Viderheim game doc up. We could probably check that for stuff if we want to look over that stuff. We might want to wait as well. I'm not sure.
We can wait till we get back. I
It's
think that
easier
might
to
be best.
transport goods than.
Well, if you have nothing else, I will ask you to leave.
Yep.
Okay.
If you have anything else pop up for us, let us know.
Okay, I will indeed. I have my ways to get in contact with you.
All right, sounds good. You catch you later. You have a good one.
See you.
As you are leaving, another group of people wearing studded leather armor, metal armor, swords, weapons come in. A tall human man, a shorter elven woman, a gnome, and a looks to be a half orc barbarian comes in. Uh, you just hear from the room that you were just in with the wizard. Ah, excellent! I have a job I would like to hire you for, as the human attendant leads you out of the house.
I think we're gonna all ascertain that that's his North traveling group.
His North traveling group on which we will blame all of our crimes as they come up.
Exactly. Meanwhile, Graham from like the restroom, you can't do that.
When the Gram's away, the mice will play.
I mean, that's how that warehouse burned down. It's all his fault. He wasn't there to supervise the controlled burn. Okay, so
Is there anything else we needed to do here?
I don't think we have anything really left here. I think let me see. We have like to the forest to the south is where those ruins are where that grave robber is, I guess.
Mhm.
And then from there it's Tolva. And then back
About what
to
time is it?
Blackfall.
You spent a few hours traveling around, talking to people. So at this point, it is getting dark. You do see the sun beginning to go below the horizon.
Yeah, we should probably stay here for the day and then head out in the morning.
Yeah. Head back to our tavern.
I was going to show him the spellbook from the Spirit Caller, but I'm pretty sure Mara would want that really bad when he gets back.
Yeah.
He's like, you should make a copy of this. Just a public service announcement. So gold necklace and 2 gold rings. I'll just make sure this is in here.
So you head back to the tavern you were staying at?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Heading to the tavern. By the time you reach it, it is night. Plenty of lights around as the various lanterns have been lit. The tavern itself, while it had a decent crowd before, is now packed as more people have come in for a drink and for dinner. Just hear various chatter, people complaining about work, people complaining about local politics, people complaining about various, sounds like some sort of sporting like events going on and money that had been won or lost. People mentioning the mustering soldiers, the lightning night. People mentioning the bad fish market. People mentioning that the river will be frozen soon and they're going to have trouble getting their goods downriver.
What's wrong with the fish market?
See a couple of orc men talking. Do you interrupt them, Fiffle, to ask about the fish?
I listen to what they're saying about the fish.
They're complaining that the price of fish is rising now that the lakes, ponds, and rivers are freezing over.
So they're complaining that it is winter now.
They are complaining that it is winter.
Okay.
They're putting.
I identify with this, but make no special note of it.
They're putting stickers on Fisher's wharfs that have the count in it. I did that.
As horrifying as it is, fortunately, no, they are not. The bar itself is serving various ales, beers, mostly some like cooked. It's like a kind of it's like a stew. It's a beef stew that they're serving for the night, and some breads with butter. If anybody would like to purchase some.
What, bread?
We probably, while we're in town, it would be nice to buy traveling food so I don't have to spend a 3rd level spell slot every single day.
Okay. If you would
I
like
would
to
spend some of that Crossblades money on ration stocks. Big bag of rations.
All right. A ration for each a 1-day ration, enough food to survive for, a whole day, is going to be 5 silver.
All right. We did just get 60 GP from the grenades that we haven't divvied up yet. Do we want to each get like 10 days of rations or something? So that'd be 5 gold apiece, divided by however many or times however many of us.
Sounds reasonable.
Okay. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I guess we don't have Lucian, right?
Lucian is out and about.
Okay. So I guess that would be 10 gold a pop each person, or am I being dumb?
Let's see, 10 days.
1 silver or 5 silver?
It's 5 silver for a day's worth of rations.
Okay. So 1 gold for 2 days. 2 days. I should not be bad at this kind of math. I was doing this for work all last week.
Maybe you're bad at it because you were doing it for work all last week, and your
Yeah,
brain's just like,
yeah.
nope.
The brain is shut. It was made by those who are tired, and the tired keep it.
Sorry. So you want? Well, how many days of rations do you want?
I would say 10 each, so that would be 5 gold per person, right?
Yep.
So that would be times 5 because we don't have Lucian anymore. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So 25 gold would get everybody 10 days of rations. Yes?
Yep.
That sounds right?
Yep. 25 gold.
So that leaves 35 gold to split, and we have 10 days a pop each person.
And speaking of Lucian, smash cut to Lucian stuck in a tree. An old lady
Oh,
is trying to
help
coax him
me.
down.
I need help.
I will destroy you, tree.
His investigation is going well. Alright. Well, yeah, the shops wouldn't have closed. It's just dark at the time, but some of them are still open. So you're able to find a nearby shop, grab those rations, and now have enough rations to last everybody 10 days.
Hooray.
Yay.
Alright. Did you wish to do anything else before the evening? Before going to bed?
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think
And I'm probably gonna take off a little bit early at around 2.
Okay. Well, we'll
Because
try
I
and
still
get-
have company here and I don't want to like
No worries. Alright.
Finish our bookkeepings. Decide on our next quest.
I think the next one is going south into the forest for the that's the closest one.
Oh yeah, we were gonna offer to help out on our way home, though we do need to get home before the rivers freeze.
Yeah, so I think the plan was we go south into the ruins south of Kirag. Jesus, these kids. I'll throw them down the forest. Grab whoever's robbing from there, bring them to Boxfall with us, and then we also have the Tulpa thing.
Mhm.
So we could go to the ruins, do that, hit Tolva, and then finish that, and then go to Boxfall with our captive. Plus, we can maybe like have the wizards hold him while we doing the investigations in their underground problem. And if he tries to escape, they can torture him to death.
What was that last one?
Are you sure auto is lawful?
That was just Ed out of character.
It is definitely not lawful
I am neutral at best.
at best.
But you realize that's worse, right?
You
At
do
best.
see how that's worse?
All
I'm
right.
lawful, insane. But yeah, that's what I think is the best route. But I'm open for whatever.
All right. Well, we'll have you. Well, the evening itself, you're in a tavern in the upper floor at night. So, I mean, I don't know who's shoving into what room. You technically have 6 with Aurora.
I feel like Kato was still drunk and he would just sit on the floor or something.
In the bar itself.
Yes.
Prop him off in a corner somewhere.
Eventually, the bartender does drag Otto, or he drags Kaito up into one of your rooms.
Throw him on the floor in the corner, please.
Can't stay down there. We're shutting up for the night.
Just Blair Witch him.
And he's freaking out my reigning customers, talking to his sword.
Yeah. We'll just put him in the corner there with the sword.
All right.
Just don't try and take the sword. Just trust us on that one.
He will lose his mind.
He drops him in the corner. The evening progresses, and the morning comes without incident as the light shines through the windows. You see a nice layer of frost on the windows themselves.
Oh boy.
The smell of smells like an oatmeal of some measure cooking, as well as bread being baked
Nice.
in the from below.
That is
Kaido drunkenly mutters to his sword.
good. Dude's gonna be able to weaponize his hangover at the end of this.
Right. What would everybody like to do?
I guess grab breakfast and get going.
Yeah, I can't keep
Yeah.
them.
All right. Well, down below, the tavern keeper is selling breakfast for a silver a bowl.
Just we can grab it, save our rations.
Graham will cover everybody's breakfast.
Okay. Yeah, it's a thick oatmeal. Plain. Not really like too much in the way of spices on it, but it's at least filling. Also has a kind of light table beer to serve in the morning as well for anybody wishing to wash the food down.
Delicious morning alcohol, which is actually historically accurate.
While this is going on, a young man in chainmail and a cape with a sword at his side walks in, looks around and he sees you, comes up. Crossblades?
Aye.
Who's asking?
I'm Squire Galen. I'm here to talk about a bounty you were investigating. Sorry, I'm with the Order of the Yard. I'm in training. I work out of the office here for the Kirog office.
All right.
Don't have much of a presence in this city as part of our deal with the part of the deal between Vaxval and the Count of Kirog, but now you're going to be going after a grave robber, is what I was told.
That is correct.
Ah, good, good. Well, sit down. I'll give you the details. I'd heard you were in town, and I spent, I think, all the night looking through every tavern I could, trying to track you guys down.
Well, sorry about the runaround. Sit down and you want some breakfast? I'm buying.
No, I'll get some at the office. The barracks provides us food, and
All right.
anyway.
Pulls over a chair for him.
Besides, sooner I finish this, the sooner I can get back and get some sleep.
Fair enough.
Okay, so the bounty has been placed down. Your target. Let's see. He pulls out a sheet of paper and he looks through it. Yes. You're looking for a Sathara Leth. She is a half-elf woman, and she was arrested for engaging in grave robbing, trespassing, theft, and smuggling.
Grave robbing, smuggling, theft.
And theft, yes, correct.
Trespassing too.
So she was found guilty, was put on a ship heading to the Rock, but before it took off, she managed to escape and killed a guard in the process, specifically another member of the Order of the Yard. That has earned her a death sentence down in Vaxfall. She's been laying low for about a year, but recently we've heard rumor that she's been down south. We suspect she is returned to her grave robbing activities in order to actually afford passage out of the country. Let's see here. So she is in the Ironwalled Forest or around that area. And it sounds like she's been recruiting from a gang called the Iron Masters to investigate. I mean, down south, probably the only graves to rob are the various dwarven burial crypts. Quite sacred to the dwarven clans, so definitely want to keep them happy.
I reckon we can take care of that. So how'd she kill this guard? Is she any kind of magician, do you know?
Last I heard, she pushed him off the boat and he drowned.
I would do it.
Magic.
Well, it might have been magic, but it sounds like she just waited for him to not be paying attention and then pushed him. after having picked the shackles.
How do you spell her name?
Uh,
Let me go ploop it into chat.
I put it on the G doc, and this is how I spelled it. It might be wrong. No, it was close.
Close. Very close.
Correction. There we go. Zathara Lev. Or no E. Got it.
Anyway,
All right.
yes. Half-elf woman. She would be in her late 30s.
Half elf.
You know, half-elves age half as quick as humans, though, so keep that in mind. She has blue eyes, black hair, and she will have a scar along her left cheek.
Okay.
Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, so she's just down in the one of the burial crypts. I would suggest going to take a look and try and find it. Oh, and if you can get her back to Vaxfall, bounty posted is for 800 gold, alive only. Keep that in mind. Sure, her neck will be resting on the chopping block, and we'll be taking care of that. No vigilante executions. As for the Iron Masters, we don't actually have a bounty for them, so deal with them as you find fit.
Fair.
Oh,
Don't tell this party that. Do not tell this party.
let's see here. If there's anything else that we need to concern ourselves with, yes. If well, you know, try and get to her before she opens up any of the crypts. They're not something we want to necessarily. You know, have full permission to go inside to arrest her if need be. Simply don't disturb anything inside. No gold, no artifacts, despite, you know, how much they can be worth smuggling out of the country.
Don't worry.
All right. Oh, and if you're actually going into the Ironwalled, we'd ask that you just deal with, hopefully, without violence, but violence can be done if need be. There are apparently 2 knightly orders unrecognized by the Duke and the country of Viderheim that are causing trouble down in the forest and are cutting into production of the living hardwood. Oh, and if you're actually heading down into the forest, it's an interesting place if you've never been. Tallest and most interesting trees in all of Viderheim. Only source of living hardwood in the country. It's due to a loosened barrier between the material plane and the Feywild.
Interesting.
Out of character. That's where Fern bursted out of the Feywilds.
Just Kool-Aid blast.
Well, not the only weak boundary, but probably one of the most significant within Viderheim itself.
Certainly for the economy.
But yes,
All right.
if you can clear them out, the Count of Kirag, Count Vale will be willing to offer, let's say 100 gold for clearing them out.
Cool.
150 if you can do so without violence. Really, he's just interested in getting production of the logging camps back up and running again.
Some information on that front you might want to know. We've had a couple run-ins with some kind of spirit that wants to return things to nature and willing to do it by force. And we've seen it disrupt logging camps down further south, and we ran into it further up north. So it's safe to say it's probably everywhere.
That's interesting. I've heard rumors about it, but I'm posted out of the office here, and I've very rarely venture out of the actual city proper. But I've heard rumors around. Well, keep an eye on it. We'll post a bounty if needed.
Yep.
Yes, lot of Order of the Guard required, and not a lot of Order of the Guard members. Well, at least we got a couple. He points to you, Otto. Got somebody traveling at least.
Yep. Lots of law doing on the road.
Well, we're gonna have to keep that to the trail wardens. We're posted up mostly in cities where we can do the most good.
We'll do our best.
Well, anyway, good luck. All payment will be received once you actually arrive in Vaxfall. Just head down to the White Stone, and we'll take it from there.
All right, sounds good.
And let me just remind you, is this was very, very focused on in the information I was given. She has to arrive at
Alive.
Vaxfall alive. Yep.
Mhm.
By order of the
Alright.
Duke.
All right.
As
What if
this
she
has
attempted to take her own
some.
life?
Well, then you don't get paid. This is the Duke is doing this in order to keep the various dwarven clans happy. You see, this has some political connotations to it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Well, anyway, good luck. I have been awake for 18 hours now, and I'm going to go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Okay, good night.
Good morning.
Good. Yeah. Well, let's call it a good something.
Good sleep.
Yeah.
He kind of bleary-eyed, just turns and just heads towards the door.
Do we have
All right.
any kind of human holding like capabilities here?
Let's let the poor guy get some sleep, and I'm probably gonna scoot.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll call it
I think we hit the.
in a few minutes. Well, I mean, we're only an hour and a half, but we can play as long as everybody would like, up to the 2 hour
If everyone
mark.
else is good to keep going, feel free to keep going. I think we're doing town maintenance.
Yeah, we're just in
security
town. I
poker
think
now.
I think it would end when we start headed into the forest itself. But do we
And-
have any capability of like containing?
I mean, we could probably get manacles. We've got ropes.
We got spells. We can cut her legs off. I like how that didn't even garner a response.
Spells usually expire very quickly anyway.
Yeah, that's why I said cut her legs off.
No.
What about if we feed Hank her hands? They didn't say she needed to be fully.
All right, you're channeling Lucian here a little bit.
I know. I know. He needed to make an appearance somehow.
Yeah, I guess we should go shopping for something to imprison this bounty hunt. This not bounty hunter, but grave robber.
Grave robber. Grave robber.
All right, cool.
All right.
Just end it, I guess.
It's the morning time. Everybody. I mean, there's shops all around if you'd like to purchase something.
Sure, let's go find some stuff to imprison.
Yeah, it's a good idea. If we're going to be doing a bounty, we should get those things. Other than that, I don't have any particular
Yeah.
Yeah,
shopping
same.
needs.
I'm gonna hop out.
Okay.
Take care, everybody.
Yep, catch you later.
Later.
Later, Matt. All right. So we'll continue for a bit.
Let's get some really good manacles.
Yeah.
Takes you a little bit of time to find a store that is actually selling manacles, as they are not gear that most people require to purchase, but you do find a store that eventually is selling. Yeah, you find like a store that sells to prisons and bounty hunters and the like that are selling manacles. With your crossblades discount, they are selling them for 2 gold apiece.
We can afford those. Let's get like 2 sets
Yeah.
in case we need an extra one, or
2 sets of
somebody
manacles.
escaperoos out of the first one.
Okay. The smith there brings out 2 sets of manacles. Tells you good for medium or small sized creatures. Shows the lock. Shows how well they shut and lock shut. And he hands you the key as well. You want 2 of those, you say?
Yeah.
All right. 2 keys for each set and 2 sets of manacles.
So
You're not
this
doing
is-
anything illegal with these, are you?
What? Us?
I'm just required to ask is all.
Of
No.
course.
No.
No,
All
we
right.
have a gig. Somebody needs to come back alive.
Okay then, bounty hunting. Good work. Just had to make sure.
Yeah, appreciate it. Out of care, does these come just like, are these just hands or feet or both, or like it's a set of like?
These would be just a short length of chain, about a foot long, and it would just go around wrists or ankles, but not both at the same time.
Okay. Unless we use both.
Unless you use both, yeah.
Okay. Do you have that on your thing, Jeremy? Or
Which thing on what now?
the manacles? I can put on mine.
I'll add them.
Okay.
Okay. And they each have their own separate key.
Yeah.
Full sets with keys. Got it.
Anything else we need from bounty hunting?
Let's see, I got.
Do you have any chloroform?
No. Just mostly do
That's
smith work
probably
here. Do you have any horseshoes? Got plenty of horseshoes. I even shoot your horse for you.
Thanks for the offer. I think we're good on horseshoes.
Pretty good, yeah.
Our horses are well shod. And also magical.
Tends not to need shoes then, yeah. I got muzzles for animals.
I
I got,
Aurora just looks at him.
might need the muzzle.
I got that muzzle for that dog there.
Aurora's
Oh,
just
no.
looking at him. Like, no, she does not need one. Thank you.
I will buy it. I will buy a muzzle though.
All right.
For
2
Lucian
gold.
when he gets back. He's the quiet cat.
Okay.
Muzzle.
Goes over the, it has like a long metal band with other metal bands around it that can go over the longer snout, and it kind of claps around the back of the head. And it has a latch with a key he provides.
How much does he want for that?
2 gold, same as the manacles.
So I'll take care of these accoutrements. So that's 2, 4, 6. So that'd be 3, 4. No, 3, 3, 6. Okay. Purchased.
All right.
So, what animal are you thinking of putting these on, huh?
Oh, probably like a. I mean, not a wolf. I mean, probably like a tiger or something like that.
Well, good for. I don't think I've ever. Yeah, I mean, I've seen one of them lion men, but never seen a tiger. Imagine they look kind of the same, right?
Yeah, probably. But if I see one, I want to have this muzzle handy so that it doesn't bite me.
All right. You know what these are good for too? Ostriches.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ostriches are bitey.
Oh yeah, they're bitey, they're kicky.
Yeah.
They're kind of they'll bump into you and push you down. I haven't seen them, but they're around.
Yeah.
Our Will and Empire
Yeah,
bought
yeah.
them.
Any
Gotta be
area
careful.
specifically?
Just around.
I mean,
There.
Piffle would love to ride a pet ostrich, probably.
People's goal, get him an ostrich mount.
Oh yeah, our Will and Empire
Because
brought
they do think about
ostriches, and they become an invasive species.
Yeah.
We didn't think so, but they adapted to the cold.
Is that going to be Fiffle's goal right now, Jeremy? An ostrich mount?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You know where I hear they're about? I hear they're about. They run around between Gretton and Soleto.
Great.
That's just
okay.
almost immediately south of here. Real south of here.
Oh, yeah, that's like open area. That's plains.
Yeah. Well, mostly farmland, but rolling hills here or there. They love it there. But then they got the ones that go in the forest. Nothing ruins your day like running, just taking a stroll through the woods or chopping wood or hunting animals, and you get a kick in the head.
I'm just picturing like just us going down the road like on a horse, a freaking spiritual Aurora, an
Some-
ostrich, a horse.
Yeah, she just
The
runs
most
out and kicks
intimidating
you.
thing ever to see. Okay. Anything else we could use? I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, I don't know. What else do you need for bounty hunting?
I got some rope if you need it. I
I
got
think I have.
some. What else would you need? I don't know. I guess it depends on if you're going after a wizard or not.
I don't know
You
if
don't
she's
want
a
to.
wizard.
You don't want them, winkling their magic fingers or speaking their magic spells.
Hmm.
What do you got for like magic users?
Uh, well, the manacles will keep them from, doing their spells there. But if they want to talk, just stuff something in their mouth.
Yeah. Okay, I wasn't sure if you had something specific for stuffing in her mouth, but yeah, anything will work.
Not really. We just sell the manacles. Anything else for anti-wizarding stuff? I hear they have special rooms, special cells in the rock that are designed to stop wizards, but don't know anything about that. I guess in the worst case, you could cut out her tongue,
Hmm.
but
We'll keep
it's a
that
bit
as an option.
cruel, really.
It really comes to that.
Well, anyway, pleasure
Yep.
doing business with you. If you need any other, if you have a prison or a dungeon to furnace, furnish. There we
Furnish,
are.
furnace,
Hey, trust
furnish,
me.
dungeon furnace.
Hey, my trade is in blacksmithing. I don't have to know words, and I typically work with a furnace. Anyway, get out. Goodbye. See you later. Or not.
Bye.
I made my money for the day. Haha.
Ah, trying to close up early.
No, no, no. I still got plenty of customers coming in. Get people coming to get their horseshoes, huh?
Why stop when you're ahead?
Yeah, kind of shoes you out. But you now have 2 sets of manacles and a muzzle that can be fit on a medium or large sized creature.
Nice.
All right. Do you want to do anything else while you're in town?
Uh, the only thing I can think of is inquiring with the Iron Masters about them being hired, but I think last time that didn't turn out too well because they tried to get Biffle killed on the Wizards thing. I think I'm remembering that right?
Well, they asked him to rob the wizard
Yeah, and I
as
think
like an
Biffle came to,
initiation.
yeah, and I think Biffle came to the conclusion that we're trying to just kill him in a roundabout way.
Who am I killing?
No, when you would try to infiltrate into the Iron Masters, I think I think your character came to the conclusion they were just trying to get rid of him, get him killed in like some unorthodox way as the initiation.
That makes sense.
Uh, do we have a? Is this forest mapped at all? Is there any trails we can follow? I'll look at my map.
Well, it's this forest down here. And as you can see, it stretches for many, 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 many miles.
This one, right?
Yeah.
I was okay. Yeah. So the map I have, or we have, would look just like this.
Yeah. This is basically the map that you had been given. I mean, it probably wouldn't be as colorful, but
Yeah, but it wouldn't have any like smaller trails, right?
no, this would simply be a map of the country showing the major cities and towns and the various paths in between them. It doesn't show any smaller city or like it doesn't show the smaller towns, and it doesn't show any like trails through. Anything like that, you would actually have to look more local.
Okay. I guess we could look for something like that. Other than that, I can't think of anything else.
All right. Um, Well, if you're looking for a map store, make
Yeah.
an investigation check.
Hooray! A check. Let me deform myself here because God knows I'm going to need it. Where are you? Investigation. Don't lead me astray.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find a local cartographer who just a cartography store selling maps to. It's not a huge store, but like you definitely see that it has like a little like on a sign outside. It's like a drawn map that
Was this
shows for it's there for sale.
Was it Ironwald's Forest?
Ironwald. Yep.
WALD, right?
There you go.
Okay, exactly how I had it. Excellent.
Didn't put a lot of time and effort into thinking up that name. So, but then again, most people who come up with names for places don't do the same either. So.
Yeah, my iPad kept autocorrecting to Iron Wilds.
That's actually
It
a
wasn't
cool
putting
name.
much thought into it either.
That'd be a cool name. But
yeah, so let's go into this map store.
Okay.
I'm assuming it looks reputable.
Inside, you see basically loads of maps, just kind of tucked into various like the wooden shelves with like a kind of crisscross opening, and like the maps all rolled up and stuffed inside. Maps are in like just barrels, kind of rolled up and tossed in there. Maps hung up along the walls. The actual cartographer is probably put him in his like late 30s, early 40s, glasses, and kind of like short cut hair. Looks, just see him kind of like, his fingers have like ink stains. He's working on a map currently as you walk in. Oh, customers, hey, how can I help?
Hey. We're looking for if you got a map of the Ironwald's Forest.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a nice forest. It's big.
Yeah, definitely don't want to get lost in there.
No, I wouldn't want to get lost in there either. You'd be stuck in there for a while.
Paths to follow through.
Oh, well, I mean, there's forest trails going through. Might have a smaller map. I mean, there's also lots of logging camps along. The city of Kirog makes their money selling, cutting down the logs and then rolling them into the river and floating them down south.
Mm-hmm.
They do a lot of cutting of them. You can get them down, start producing boats. All the good things you can do with the living hardwood. As far as I know, it's the only place you can get living hardwood in maybe the whole of the world. Definitely in the whole of Viderheim.
Wow.
Good for the economy.
Mm.
Yeah,
Did you know Kirog owns the shipyards down in Vaxfall?
Do they?
Oh, really?
Yeah. We do a leasing deal with the Count and the Duke.
Oh, so it's a very lucrative setup you got.
Yeah. You can get some living hardwood for any boats. Good deal. Kind of smiles at that.
So so you have logging camps. What else? What other kind of maps of the woods do you have?
Oh, got some various hunting trails. Do some small hiking trails. People enjoy going out in the woods. Although the woods themselves are owned by the count, so you gotta make sure if you're hunting down there that you get permission, or you'll be a poacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of deer in the woods.
Good thing we bought food.
A lot of deer in the woods there. Turkeys, pheasants, and wild hogs.
I just want you to know, in the back of my head, out of character, the worst thoughts came into my mind, and they're probably also in autos.
What were the thoughts?
Freaking being attacked by elk while you're camping. wild elk and forest demons.
I heard a
Um,
and I heard a cow got loose from a farm and made its way into the forest, and they haven't caught it yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
forest
fun
cows.
stuff. Oh, and of course, I know occasional fairy creatures, giant eagles. That's where the Duke gets his giant eagles from. Interesting down there.
The Duke has
Maybe.
giant eagles.
Yeah. You see him flying around all of Axfall, especially if he's on high alert. They got a eagle riding part of the army down there.
That's cool.
Yeah, they got
so
him a few other places too, like Drindir, Sosanis, Talva. Yeah, all the big cities.
so let's see here. So we definitely want the logging one if we're gonna look for these nightly orders that are causing problems.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, a lot of nightly orders around. You got the Order of the Yard, the Order
Yeah,
of the
these are
Tower. Those are the two. Those are the two that are recognized by the Duke down there. Eh?
yeah. There's two apparently in the forest.
Yeah, you got a lot of nightly orders around
They aren't
that are
recognized.
unrecognized too. You got the Order of the Broken Scythe. Yeah, that's a fun one. You got the you got like the Order of the 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 Lamp Bearers.
Oh yeah, what are they up to?
I don't know. Just heard about them. Guess they go around doing
Lamp.
rehabilitation for people. Helping people get hurt, helping people who were criminals be not criminals no more. You got the order, uh, the lamp bearers. No wait, I said the lamp bearers. You
Yeah.
got the grove keepers.
The beavers?
Well, the lamp bearers are pretty good. Well,
No,
them
that you said
helping
the order of the beavers?
the beavers. No, what's a beaver?
No, I thought that's what you said.
No,
So we heard that there's two
maybe there is an order of the beaver. What's the order of the
Maybe.
beaver?
I don't know. We'll have to find out together, buddy.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can't travel anywhere right now. I'm busy
No, if
making
I
my
find out,
maps.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
So we heard that there's two orders that
Uh-huh.
aren't recognized in the forest to the south.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know which two orders those are?
No.
Okay. You haven't heard anything about them?
Well, I know a lot of orders. You got the Order of the Yard. You got the Order of the Tower. Those are two are recognized by the Duke, and you got the Broken Sides.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Lamp Bearers, bearing twice. Winks. You got the Grove Keepers and the Last Sentinels or Sentries, and they might not be the last. They might be the first.
What's the
Okay.
other one? What was the last one you said?
The last or first Sentinels or Sentries, depending on what they are calling themselves.
Sentinels or sentries? Okay. Whatever that strikes them today. So do you have, so the logging map would be useful. Do you have one where there's the dwarven burials? We're looking for somebody that's grave robbing down there. So
Oh
being able
no,
to
those
locate them will help.
no the dwarven clans, they keep those maps hidden. You see, because they don't want people going to the crypts because they're pretty sacred. Oh, those crypts, those are interesting. They take good care to keep people out of them.
As they should.
Because the dwarves are big into their ancestral worship, right?
Yep. So, do you know of any dwarves that we can talk to about maybe marking the general location or guiding us to where we can find this person?
You'd probably have to go talk to, one of the dwarven clerics who would go and deal with the crypts. Ooh, dusty in there. Yeah, those crypts are fun. Well, they're not fun, but they're interesting. If you know, the crypts themselves are full of the traps. They put a lot of traps in there. Oh, and then you know what else they're full of? Ancestral dwarven spirits keeping them safe. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Best for dwarves.
yeah. Don't doubt. They won't have fun with that. They're not gonna enjoy that. They'll send a petition to the Duke, and then the Duke will have you arrested.
So, do you know? So, where's the nearest dwarven clerk I can talk to.
Oh, well, go maybe to the temple of Hirath or the temple of Terrell.
Okay.
Those are both, big for the dwarven uh, clerics there. One's valor and honor, and the other's justice and order. Or you could go with Fair, who's the crafting and harvest, which fits in with the old dwarf thing. And they have very interesting clerical temples that show them in the form of dwarves, which isn't how they're typically represented, but I guess they're gods, so they can probably be in multiple forms at once.
It's true.
Yeah.
And the
They could
dwarves get the...
be walking amongst us and we don't even know it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Probably not. But I
No.
guess it's not impossible.
Okay, so I guess I'll grab the logging map, and then I feel like Matt would want to be here to go to a temple to talk to dwarves.
Yeah, probably. I
Probably.
don't know your friend there, but he might want to. Well, anyway, so you want maps. Wait, what? You came here for maps? Yes.
Yes.
Well, I have... He pulls out maps of logging camps, maps of trails.
You have a map of both of them combined?
No, why would I?
So that you know where the trail is to take to the logging camp?
Sounds like a good idea. I'll consider making one of those. But, here you go, 2 separate maps, 5 gold apiece.
Okay. I'll get
Thanks.
monies.
Expensive maps.
There. Well, I mean, it takes a lot of time and effort. You gotta actually have somebody go around, make a good map of the old forest. If you don't make a good map and it doesn't work right, you can't get the land distribution correct. And the land distribution is very important when it comes to the forest, because it's Kirog's main business. You chop down the trees and they float them down the river, and then they own the smaller shipyards in Kirog itself, which makes the small river ships. Huh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I hear they make houses out of the living hardwood down in Vaxfall too. That takes a lot of wood. Must be quite expensive to get that down there. Huh?
Do we remember actually seeing hardwood houses made out of hardwood?
The haunted house.
Okay.
Was specifically made of it.
That's probably what was haunted on top of all the shit that they did. All right, so we are done here. Thank you for your maps.
No, you're welcome.
And we'll be sure to let everybody know where to get the best maps.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Tell them to come to Maps.
Got it. Maps.
Yep.
No, not just Maps. Get the best maps at Maps.
Got it. We'll let everybody know.
Thank you.
Yes.
Maps.
Maps.
No, just Maps. Not Maps twice. I don't know if I can compete with a store that's Maps. I imagine they'd have double the number of maps, and I already have a lot of maps, so it takes a bit of time and effort to copy these all. You gotta make sure they're accurate.
Oh.
They gotta go out and do surveys, make sure all the land is properly measured, and that can be tough because
How often do you do surveys?
every once in a while. Mostly, I just copy them from pre-existing maps, but you gotta make sure that they're all right, scales right, because if you think that you got a map that it says like maybe an inch on the map is going to be like a mile, and it's a mile and a half. Ooh, you're going to get yourself in some legal trouble there, buddy.
Do you do cave maps too, or not yet?
No, why would we?
What about people that like adventuring in caves? Maybe they're archaeological aspect of adventurers.
Yeah, maybe. But I think cave maps would probably be, made by people going in the caves themselves. If they brought me the map that they made, though, I could make a copy of them. Nice and professional, like, yeah.
Yeah. You can just spruce up their notes into a real nice map, and you can both profit.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if anybody's really interested in going to caves too much.
Never know.
Yeah, maybe. If there's any demand for map caves, I'll make a map. I'll make a map of the caves. Eh?
Yeah.
But so far, no one's asked. You're the first person asking about a cave map, so I can't imagine there's too much demand. I'd have to charge a lot because supply is so low and demand so low. You know?
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. We'll catch you later, and let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's head out of the map shop.
You leave the kind of dusty, crowded, cramped map shop.
Maps.
But yeah, if you want to stop here, before you actually go to the
Yeah, because I would go
To
to
the
the next would be to
clerics.
go to the dwarves and just like asking them and explaining the situation.
Yep.
And I feel like since it's a temple, Graham would want to be there
Okay.
because he's onto that temple stuff. Also,
Yeah.
Map Guy is insane, isn't he?
What was that? Map guy is insane.
That
I
guy's a
mean-
little.
He's got a little bit of tendencies to go repetitive.
Yeah.
I like how you just rolled with it.
It's fun coming up with NPCs. But yeah, we'll stop here and we'll pick it up next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Bye bye.
Yeah.